Hello students, in the previous lecture I talked about the importance of English period in Chaucer's life and the importance of English period for the English literature. Chaucer is the first great painter of character in English literature. I will talk about characterization, Chaucer's characterization in this lecture. His characters are timeless creations. They are both individuals and types. They are not puppets, but they are living human figures. They look like human beings of flesh and blood. All the characters of the prologue have their individual traits. At the same time, they are typical figures of the 14th century. Each character is representative of his own class. Thus, in the prologue to the Canterbury Tales, the characters are vividly real and lifelike. In fact, they are dynamic. Chaucer takes delight in the large prospects of humanity. He has wide sympathy and charity for all. He is equally interested in man and nature. The opening of the prologue clearly justifies this statement, where he says that April is the the jolly month, happy month. Chaucer is always free from personal bias. He looks at life as it is. He teaches how to enjoy life. In short, Chaucer is very sensitive to the resurgence of life in spring and brings man in tune with it. As a narrator in verse, Chaucer is superb. His narration is magical. It is full of action. It is full of variety. His narrative art holds the reader's attention. I will talk about his narrative art in detail in the later lectures, but I want to briefly acquaint you. I want to give brief introduction to his narrative art. That's why. So it's unique. His style is unique, and he tells a story with a point and precision. His narrative method is characterized by simplicity, and this simplicity makes him superb, makes his narrative art superb. The ending of his tales, his digression, is one of the important features of his art. The Canterbury Tales reveals his dynamic power. His stories, his plots, his characterization, his dialogues and setting have dramatic essence. It is the greatness of Chaucer that in the prologue, his 29 characters drawn from different classes of society represent the 14th century English society as vividly and as clearly as Pope represented early 18th century life in his poems, such as in the Rap of Locke. He gives a vivid picture, true picture of his contemporary society, but limited people are represented in the Rap of the Locke, whereas Chaucer selects people from different strata of English society. In the prologue to the Canterbury Tales, Chaucer's England comes to life. We meet the knight, travel-stained from the war, and as meek as a girl in his behavior. The knight is very modest, is meek. The squire with curly locks, embroidered like a meadow full of fresh flowers, white and red. This is the style of, describing a person. Yeoman clad in coat and hood of green. The prioress, earnest to imitate the manners of high society. We still see people in modern India or any modern city where the people try to imitate the manners of the people of higher society. Many people imitate the manners of film actors. The jolly monk, he also tries to imitate, and the Oxford clerk, the liar, the doctor, the damn-out sailor, the sumner, the pardoner, the reeve, the wife of Bath. These are different characters in Canterbury Tales. The five gentlemen, the plowmen, these people represent their classes in the English society. All these characters are vivid and nicely sketched in the prologue, which is a veritable picture gallery of the contemporary English society. I will talk about all these characters in the later lectures. I have simply introduced you to different characters in Canterbury Tales.